welcome to Salsa's Kitchen, and today we're making Tollhouse chocolate chip cookies. And these are one of the most famous special ones that everyone makes. The recipe's been around forever, and whenever I make these cookies, everyone asks for the recipe and they gobble them up like crazy. So today we're gonna make them. The first thing I do is I measure out the flour. It's 2 1/4 cups. I always like to measure the flour first because later on we need to put margarine in the 1 cup container, and I don't like it when it's all messy and it's hard to scoop with the flour afterwards. After we add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and then 1 teaspoon of salt, and then we just mix this flour dry mixer together. Okay, now for the wet mixture, I just scooped out 1 cup of margarine into this cup. Then we add 3/4 cups of white sugar and 3/4 cups of brown sugar. Okay, I like to use a knife at first just to blend everything together and just chop up the brown stuff. Next we add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Yeah, I feel like those moms on those cooking shows, you know, when they hold the bowl and they mix their stuff with like an apron in the kitchen. Now we add in the eggs one at a time. Now I'm just going to preheat my oven to 375 degrees. And I find that actually, it always says to preheat the oven in the beginning, but I'm like a bit slower than the actual recipe because I'm always like reading and checking back. So I always like to preheat like in the middle of my preparation instead of like just at the beginning when I just waste all the heat in the oven when there's nothing inside. Next, after we finish mixing this wet mixture, we're going to slowly add in the dry mixture. And then when you start mixing in flour, always do it slowly at first, because if you mix it too fast, all the flour will go poof and it'll make a really big mess. I used to do this when I was a little kid and my mom would get mad at me for I have to clean it all up afterwards. So after the dough part is like all mixed, the last step is to add the chocolate chips. And I recommend using the Nestle milk chocolate Tollhouse chocolate chips. You just use 1 bag, or it's 2 cups of chocolate chips. But make sure if you don't use the Nestle one, use milk chocolate chips, because once I used semi-sweet and it didn't quite mix as well, because this is like a cookie and it's supposed to be more sweet. So make sure you use milk chocolate. And these one I find it makes a lot of difference if you use these ones compared to like any other brand or like the no-name one. So I always make sure I buy like packets of these to keep in if I need to make cookies or whatever. So just add this in, and you mix it all. And also, if you buy this specific chocolate chip bag, they have the same recipe that I use on the back of it because it's the original one, so then it's easier that way. But I'll also have the recipe on my blog, so you can check that out. Okay, now we're gonna drop by like a large tablespoons onto the baking sheet. I like to use 2 spoons because, well, you don't have to touch it. Because like, one, you get the amount that you want, and use the 2nd spoon to help push it off and place it down. Ooh, look at this. And now we place them in the oven for about 9 minutes. So after the time is up, we just take the cookies out of the oven. Ooh, it smells really good. And then we'll just let them cool. We'll let them cool for a bit, and then we'll place them onto a wire rack to cool completely. Okay, so after you finish cooling them, and I place them on the dry rack to cool, and then you just continue putting more batter on your pan and the cookie dough and finish off cooking the rest. So that's it. Just see, it looks just yummy like that. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. Bye.